Okay, hello guys, welcome back again. We just had a power shortage in my area. Yeah, that kind of happened. Yeah, I know that kind of happens a lot in the Philippines. When you know you sometimes you're in the middle of playing a game and then a power shortage occurs, and yeah, that's what happened. Basically, cutting me off from my gameplay a few seconds after the round was finished. And unfortunately, well, although my game console was not affected and even my PC was not affected because they're on battery power, that doesn't necessarily mean that my router, my Wi-Fi router, was not. In fact, it got affected and got shut down, so I was literally got disconnected, as one might put it. Okay, so anyway, since that is now our thing here, yeah, I have to restart, and yeah, I have to restart and then go back again on where I left off. But anyway, that usually happens, especially if you don't have a stable power network in each on your country. So on my case, yeah, I don't really have a stable power electricity on my end. So yeah, basically third worldish thing. But there's nothing to blame on that, of course. It's just the way of life. It's just the way of life when it comes to living in a third world. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, I was just saying this because you know, you might suspect what the hell happened to me on a couple of seconds ago. Well, turns out, yeah, that is the thing that happened on me a couple of minutes. It's just a power surge. So anyway, let's go back again to our usual ranked match. And yeah, I got interrupted on that. So technically, we're on the promotional phase, and basically, my gameplay was that doesn't really earn me any scores. So yeah, I'm gonna start off again from scratch. But okay, but that's okay. And I am just gonna do what I usually does on you know, waiting for the next match on the lobby, which is basically just see my YouTube live feeds or YouTube feeds. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's some things I have to switch off on here on my system as well. So hopefully my connection is... Oh Jesus, don't tell me even YouTube has some issues right now. Oh, okay. Okay, for a second I thought I was having some problem with that. Oh, okay, this is one new operating system, FreeBSD. Here's what that went. Huh. Stormtrooper Vlog 9, Tusken Revelations. Huh, okay. Wow, I can't imagine, you know, CGI is, well, not exactly CGI, but computer imagery has already, wow, advanced a lot. We can even make a Stormtrooper Vlog number 4, Trip to Camelot with Kyle and Daze. Yeah, let's see how this does.
Smooth or bold, whatever the choice, masters go for Nescafe Gold.
Okay, quick recap. Time jump failed, we landed in medieval prison.
Someone yelled Sky Goblin.
Still not over that. We are so fired. Hey, signal's peaking. Remote's close.
Close usually means trap.
Love that for us. I found the remote. It's in that wizard egg.
Okay, right. We're gonna go take a look on that later because we got a match coming up. But it's kind of interesting that to see that how far AI has been on that. And who knows, we might see one day someone doing an AI generated image playing Armored Core you know, based on the Armored Core universe. Who knows, right? Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm just gonna hide here at the big box. Yeah, they're always the first ones who's gonna go hit me. Alright, I guess they're already out. Time to charge. Oh shit. Yep, there we go. Knocking that guy out. Yeah, somebody's behind me. Pretty sure that. Yeah, and I'm got him. Sorry, my allergy is not doing. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Got that. Back at that guy. Ah. Okay, we lost. Yeah, I got a runny nose again. Oh, right. Got got cornered in that area. Okay. Well, we're gonna lose with this one round. With that's okay. Happens a lot. Oh, right. And there we go. Alright, alright. Okay, let's go again for another fight. Doo 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 da 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 da. Okay, let's just go check on our YouTube feeds for a moment
You
here.
meddle with the bones of time, sky ghosts.
I vote we shoot the wizard.
Okay, Merlin's dead. That's where we're at.
Where's the part of the plan where we bury a wizard?
Same place we left the plan.
This is our disguise plan. It's bad.
They think I'm a traveling monk.
You're holding bread like it's cursed.
Okay, it just shot a sky laser.
Just invented religion!
This is so much worse than prison.
They crowned us.
Yeah.
We're rulers now.
I don't know what feudalism is.
Start learning fast.
Alright, so if you want to make messed up videos like this where nothing goes right and everything's on fire,
Hit the link in bio for the guide.
also subscribe to our channel.
See you in the next disaster.
Okay, wow, nice, nice. I guess those two stormtroopers are really they're really hitting it, I guess. Strong evidence. Okay, well, anyway, let's just yeah. Okay, we got Ryzen T, Jazzy. Usual players, you know, I'm go 6. And we got Doas 621. Pretty much generic names. Okay, let's go. Let's start. Oh, right. And I got whack. But that's okay because yeah, especially if you're doing you know, a Vanguard light charge, survival is very low when it comes to that. So, or at least lasting for. Okay, there we go. Got him. Alright, who's next? And I got him. Okay, let's go. Next round, guys. Next round. Always happens a lot. Ah, okay, but that was a really tight fight. Okay, there we go. Let's start. Sorry, hit him. I'm pretty sure someone's tagging along with somebody's. Ah, yeah, there is a tight fight. Everybody's almost quite near in my vicinity. Okay, let's just wait for respawn. Alright, there we go. Nice fight, guys. Nice fight. So, Rising T, basically we just lost with that. Okay, yeah, it seems that my sensitivity for my probably have to also fix that. Maybe I'm just gonna go around 34 with my yeah, 34 on my settings. Yeah. Yep, my mouth is still opening. I probably have to fix that up as well. Yeah, 34 around. Okay, okay, my map's not opening. I guess there was what? -7? No, I'm not gonna go to -7. Yeah, we'll just go with this one. Ah, okay, we're having some sort of interference. Yeah, some sort of interference on my I don't know, maybe it's the electric fan that I'm using, maybe some yeah, I'm having a lot of background noise here. But yeah, I was tweaking it anyway. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna go for a little bit of site 10. Yeah, that I think that's good sensitivity for yeah, for my avatar. Okay, so who's our... Yep, Rising T Camo. This time they're my opponents. And of course me, some yellow guy, Chirino or Cyrno, and some other nickname guy, 6421, usual generic name. Yeah, got him. It's always war of attrition just to make sure that you hit them and make them, you know, hit their TI first. Terminal armor. Alright, let's go. Okay, got this one. Some floating lifeboats.
AP at 30%.
Okay, we got them. Two guys. Wait, where's the other guy? Yep, we got this one. He's already there. And I got it. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. And here we got our some boat guy. Yep, and I got it. Da 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 da. Right, back in action. Yep, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we just won on a very, very slim margin. But you know what they say, a win is still a win. Okay, and thank you for the points and the credits. Okay, we're just gonna wait again. I'm gonna do what I usually do, just to pass time. Just check on my YouTube live feed or my YouTube feeds. Oh, okay. What's this one? Chapter 1: Robot in the Circuit. Book Club GPT. Okay, this is interesting. Well, actually, this is something good concept. You mean you kind of make some books, a quick thing or quick, you know, a quick pocketed books when it comes to reading, you know, storytelling thing. Well, I might even suggest that maybe those cheap Philippine romance novels, they could make their, you know, they could make their romance novels like that as well. And it could definitely enhance how fast they print up their the names of their you know, print out the names or plots. I mean, those cheap romance books. But I don't really know if what's going on with that, if they're still selling or not. I mean, back then, a couple of decades ago, those cheap romance selling books were really doing great. But I haven't had any updates on what happened on that. Maybe I've got to check that out. After all, I'm already connected to the internet, so after this match, maybe I'll have to check. Yeah, they really got stunned. Well, at least I did detonate my assault armor, so that basically got them hit or something. I could have sworn that person that I attacked a while ago, he was basically stunned. Okay, there we go. This one's also right, also dead. So we only got one green guy here. Yeah, basically triggered his TI. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and I got hit with that. Yeah, you got a lot of oh, right. But you know what? We're kind of winning with this round. We got 640 score points now. So not bad, not bad, not bad. Yep, got him. There we go, we kind of destroyed those guys. Well, we did one on this round, so nice, nice. Nice fight, guys. Nice fight. That was a great show. Really entertaining show. And there we go again. If I win enough winnings again, I'm gonna go again with that promotional phase, which is basically more of like a hard type. Oh yeah, yeah, where was I? Yeah, I was discussing earlier this stuff. So we're gonna go with this Philippine cheap romance novels. So I'm not really into that kind of thing, but I'm not sure if they're still around. Huh. 2023. or Tagalog romance novels. Yeah. Several popular Tagalog romance novels and authors can be found in platforms like Wattpad. Okay, so they kind of change it into digital types. Well, that's interesting to learn that their business survived after that pandemic. Platforms publish source for Tagalog romance stories with any completed ongoing romance available. Look for the stories tagged with Tagalog and romance. The good reads dedicated to romance books, allowing you to browse, popular discovering new authors, blah blah blah. John X, known for a popular series like Heartlace and Angel Dust. Yeah, Heartlace was basically Okay, well at least they're still in business. Glad to see that. But I did not. I was under the impression that I got obliterated during the pandemic. So yeah, I'm glad to see that their business is still alive. But these are very cheap romance novels. Ah, they even had bed romance and spicy romance. Oh, wow. I guess they kinda even diverged their businesses from writing cheap romance novels to even more erotic types. But either way, I'm still glad that those Filipino things kind of survive on the pandemic. Okay, I'm still dealing with health issues. Huh. Well, rising the T. Turns out it's gonna be my opponent. She's gonna be my opponent, but that's okay. That's thing in armor cool. Wait, let me get this second. Okay, it was kind of confusing. So the green guys now are our teammates, okay. Yeah, okay. Good to detonate those types of things. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. Okay, rising the T, I am gonna go burn you down. Sorry, but I'm a little bit fast. Okay, well, he has skills. Can't deny that. Okay, there we go. Yep, go on next round. Da 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 da. Oh, okay. There were. Well, they should be appearing right about now. They're already respawned this time. Okay, we bought that.
AP at 30%.
Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. Can somebody hit me on the side? Yeah. Okay, wow. Nice round. Not bad, not bad. And a few more, and we're again on that. Yeah, we're on the again on that promotional round thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna stand by here for a second. I'm just gonna type in. It's gonna be an offline. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go here. I can't really publish it. You know, I can't really show it online. Do. Okay, so who do we got here? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Alright, kind of blew up those guys. Yep, and I got destroyed. But I was able to detonate the assault armor, so yeah, that could go some damage on the any nearby units. Okay, we got hit on that. Alright, let's just wait for yeah, for what do you call this? Yep, we got hit.
30%.
Okay, nice. Okay, we did lost with this one. but that was a great fight. Win or lose doesn't matter as long as we're doing great when it comes to fighting. That I don't have any issues with that. Yeah, da. Doo. Da. 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 Okay, that was fast, but yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock anyway, so it's around 8 or 9 o'clock. So yeah, I guess there's a lot more people now on the lot playing on the core at this point. So yeah, the traffic will probably be have increased. Or maybe this one would get cancelled from the looks of it. Yeah, much as I suspect. That usually happens a lot. Prepare for execution, heretic. Oh, okay. Oh. What's this? Lion stinky face. Yeah, I guess lions didn't like it. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm kinda, well, she's playing Steam version, so let's take a dive.
最近また減ったよね。あと負けた時のプトの座れ具合がエグいしな。
Yeah, I'm not gonna go get into that. I'm just gonna let her mind her own business. Oh, what's this? Rebels, terrible writing. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, I want to see this one as well. But I have a match coming up, so I'll probably have to. It will have to wait. Soda drink. Cornithia. Okay. Okay, let's go attack this one directly. Yeah, I kind of scrambled their defenses, to be honest, and just hit me. Okay, we got them destroyed. So, where are they? Oh, okay. So I think I got an idea that these guys are typers of some kind. Ah, great. I haven't whacked it one. Okay, at least this one's... Yeah, there we go.
AP at 30%.
Okay, we're doing good. Nice, nice. We've banged a few more ICs and we still haven't... Okay, they got me. So that's their first goal. But we're doing great. Okay, score-wise as a team, of course. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, there we go. Yep. Da 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 da. And there we go. That concludes our fight on this session. Nice, nice. And I got a feeling that it's gonna... Oh, okay. Whew. Well, what a relief. I thought I'm gonna go for another promotional thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this rebel.
This episode of TWA is brought to you by Campfire Blaze.
Yeah, this is more like a writing advice if you're gonna make a fanfic. Chapter 65.
Welcome to the revolution, comrades. I will abide by the tyranny of the evil empire's dominion of storytelling no longer. Unite under the flag of freedom. Throw off the yoke of oppressive creativity and join the well-worn and veteran tropes of the resistance. The revolution begins now. Let terrible writing advice indoctrinate. Inspire writers to more accurate representations of rebellions.
Wait.
Which I to the revolution begins now.
Okay,
Let terrible
just,
writing advice indoctrinate. I mean inspire writers to revolt and create their very own rebellion to put a stop to the evil empire's tyranny. The first thing to remember when it comes to writing fictional rebel groups is that they are defined primarily by not being very clearly defined. Fictional rebellions are all about fighting for freedom against oppression by an evil empire. Rebels don't need things like an ideology, identity, or cause beyond the vague notion of fighting for freedom and stopping the evil empire. Is this critical lack of world building a direct result of my creative bankruptcy and slothful storytelling technique? Well, yes, but in this case it also serves a practical purpose, namely not accidentally making a political statement and thus lose out on potential audience members who might be alienated by the stark nature of more accurate representations of rebellions, which I definitely don't want to stumble into, because we all know that historic rebellions had nothing to do with politics. I mean, we have a group of people trying to overthrow an established government through use of violence. What's political about that? By keeping the rebels free of any messy world building, this helps me sidestep things that might make the rebels look like bad guys. Things like having an extremist ideology, a fundamentalist religion, being built entirely around a cult of personality, being an actual cult, just straight up being terrorist, being led by an authoritarian strongman, being led...
Okay, yeah, I want to continue on that, but I got a match coming up. That's kind of interesting when it comes to actually writing fan fiction stories. I mean, it does help, of course. I mean, it gives you an idea what not to write, or at least not repeat the mistakes of poor script writers. Okay, always back. Yep, we got it detonated. More like a suicide charge, but we detonated him, and kind of dislike. I'm pretty sure they kind of disliked it. I kind of detonated that assault armor right in the middle of them. Yeah, missile guys. There's missile fighters. Okay. Oh, okay, we're actually winning actually. We're pinning them down, and we haven't even detonated their assault armor, or my assault armor. Okay, that was fast. Fast enough that even I couldn't detonate it. Okay, our guy is a purple guy. Alright, we did one again with this one. Nice, nice. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Ah, great. Yeah, another promotional thing. Kinda hated that. Okay, let's go for a next promotional match. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for our next match, I want to take a look with this about script writing
By a
advice.
delusional, charismatic authoritarian strongman. Or all of these at once for an extra spicy rebellion. And while we are on the subject, a writer should probably also avoid the whole reign of terror thing that revolutions sometimes have.
Yeah.
We are here to lionize the rebels and romanticize the idea of revolution, not dive down into the messy reality of rebellions, no matter how much conflict the story loses out on.
Yeah.
Why use the negative aspects of rebel groups as a way to drive conflict when I can instead drive conflict out of the story? How do the rebels navigate the fine line between ideology and practicality? Do they
Right.
compromise their ideals for the sake of a quick victory? Is it right to use terror to fight the evil empire's rule of fear? Complex questions of morality in times of war and chaos? Nah. Rebels good, Empire bad.
Yeah,
All of
it's
those
kind of
shades of
sometimes like
gray
that.
will be burned away in the rebellion's totally justified and most definitely not brutal purges. It's a stark moral binary from here on out, which, come to think of it, is something a lot of real rebel groups have that make them come across as unhinged when viewed from the outside. But in this case, it's
Yeah.
okay, because the author said so. Now who will join my entirely noble rebellion? Why, my fictional rebellion is made up of people from all walks of life. So long as those walks are all roughly middle-class everymen. Poor, oppressed, and downtrodden
okay.
people with little to no education, prospects, or hopes that can be easily radicalized? No thanks. The revolution is many things, but it can afford to be a bit picky.
Okay, we're gonna continue that later on that you know, rules for writing a fictional fanfic you know, rebels. Okay, regalia. Huh. Yeah, most of the they're still the same guys that I still played with in ranked match. Oh god, I really hate that. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh Jesus, not my controller. Okay, we got it. At least, or at least we got it. Okay, they hit me first. Da, da, da. Oh my goodness, the war area, or it's very far. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got blasted on that. Sorry. I'm still coughing. Okay, there we go. Nice. Got it. Okay, nice. We still won with this. Okay, that's one win for us on our promotional fight. Oh, okay. So let's go for the next fight. Yeah, in the meantime, I'll probably take a look on this and on script writings.
My revolution fights for the rights of the oppressed. You know, so long as those oppressed don't try to touch me with their dirty little fingers.
Okay.
Just because my revolution will champion the rights of minorities doesn't mean that it has to actually bother to interact with them in any way. Besides, if I have a rebellion made up of diverse groups with differing backgrounds, objectives, perspectives, and cultures, I might end up with a dynamic organization full of engaging internal conflict as the rebels have to balance the needs of various internal factions while still effectively resisting the evil empire. Why would I want a dogmatic evil empire that forces the uniformity of identity in its citizens to be thematically opposed by a rebellion?
Okay, we'll just we'll just wait. Our next match is coming up. So we take Crickle, Banka. Okay, some new guys. Yeah, I never saw them, I'll be honest. Okay, they're probably using
30%.
Okay, first casualty. Yeah, I got whacked. Okay, there we go.
50%. AP at 30%.
Yep, we got him. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought it was a god. But yeah, I still existed. Who? But yeah, I thought I was destroyed on that one. Okay, so we're still on the winning. No, they're on the winning side. Okay, fine. Yep, there we go. Got it. Alright, these are in. Okay, we got the gray guys. Yep, purple, I think.
AP at 50%.
Yeah, they kind of hit it. Alright, 600. Yeah, we're kind of on the losing side on that match. Okay, let me take a look on those laser things. Yeah, there was a laser cannon quite a few matches ago. But I just want to take a look. We could use an alternate weapon, a laser one. But when it comes to well, wait. Okay. Attack power 1400, 2000. Let's compare it to other laser weaponry. Oh, okay. I'm sure there's some other laser weaponry here. This is missiles. What? We don't have one? I'm pretty sure we have well, this is a laser weaponry. But 900 laser can occurs in large version. Okay, attack power is 2000, but direct hit adjustments, what does it do? Okay, it's a very basic laser. 633 multiplied by 3. Huh, that's around almost 2000. Not sure. 1800. Oh, what's this? Okay. But it's an archivist also. Yeah, this is the laser that I kind of see at the moment. Oh. Well, actually, it does have some sort of internals. Well, this one's an energy weapon, plasma base, but okay, but how about the charging thing? Huh. Okay, we should try one, just only for an experiment. Okay, this is just only an experimental thing, not really a regular. But might as well try it, right? Normally, I don't really go for laser weapons. I kind of dislike the function that I had to, what do you call this? Bad charging thing. I never liked that kind of option. Why charge when you can just basically fire that weapon instead anyway? I don't know, it's just kind of, you know, I think it's just kind of a waste of, or at least either the technology, lore-wise, Armor Core technologies, Armor Core 6 technology isn't really that advanced. I mean, why do you need to charge when you can just directly fire it in one way, right? So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, kind of forgot. The fictional fan writing tips on fanficking, on fanfic on how to write Rebels faction.
That embraces a wide array of perspectives and practices. Why would a writer bother to flesh out the rebellion's rebels when they're going to be killed to a man during the first fight with the evil empire anyway? Freedom isn't earned by everyone working together to find a better vision for the future. No. Freedom is given by a small elite group of special people chosen by destiny, and the rest of us can just die so the super special main characters can look cool during the story's climax. Next thing you'll be telling me is that the revolution needs a plan. The revolution waits for no plan. Zeal will substitute for any amount of planning and preparation. Campaigns are not won through strategy and logistics.
Okay, right. Probably have to continue that later. Okay, so I'm experimenting with you know, that charging laser back weapon and see if it's useful. and even practical to use on actual combat. Okay. Yeah, I just visualized my butt. I mean, what the hell? You know, you kind of charge it for a long term and then it doesn't deploy when you release the trigger. What kind of stupid weapon is that? Okay, but anyway, that's the rules in Army Force 6. Okay, it's not even deployed.
AP at 30%.
Yeah, I still be better off with that explosive round thing. So much for my test. One reason why I kind of dislike it that you know, charging laser weapons it doesn't deploy on time. Honestly, this looks more like a... Yeah, it looks more like some sort of laser shot thing. At least from my understanding. And there's also a delay when it comes to... Alright, you got it. Yep, gotta cramp your style with that. Well, it does have its uses though. Most of my enemies who got hit on that, they kind of, I don't know, they kind of got whacked. Big time. Okay. Nice, but do we still win with this? As a matter of fact, we did. 885 versus 843. Okay, nice. Okay, so a couple of more rounds and maybe we'll... Well, anyway, I'm just only testing these laser weapons as well. So it's not exactly a real thing. Just want to test why people used it in the first place. So, give me a second here. I am just kinda testing some stuff. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, the matchmaking is still ongoing. Okay, that's great. So where was I? Oh yeah. I was on getting some tips on script writing. Yeah.
But with suicidal zealotry. Wait, did I just turn my rebellion into a suicidal death cult? Whoops, looks like I accidentally made my rebellion a little too realistic. That's okay, I'll just ignore that one. Come to think of it, zealotry isn't probably the best way to put it. How about plucky or ragtag? Yeah, plucky ragtag rebels sounds a lot better than extremist suicide bomber insurgents, since I'm trying to sell the whole rebels are always the good guys thing. Any rebels that try to form a plan should be portrayed as incompetent and are simply jealous of the main character's saccharine speeches about freedom and hope. Having the rebels execute a plan and then have to adapt to battlefield conditions would only add unnecessary tension and context to the action scenes.
Yeah, that's always happening on the movies, scriptwriter-wise. I mean, if you're writing something about scripts about factions and governments, yeah, they always kind of fall on that, even on Hollywood. Something like that. Okay, let's now let's now proceed on our okay, so we're just gonna go test our laser back weapon. I'm not sure how effective it is, but we'll see how this does. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it has kind of a delay. Okay, maybe I'll try test another one. Was it effective when that there's a delay in charging and also a delay when it comes to firing. So you gotta be in close range. But since this is a laser weapon, possible chance of you know being dodged would be minimal, which from my understanding of it. Oh, right, that's... Yeah, I probably have to test another laser weaponry after this one. It does have its uses, but the thing here is that when you charge and you release the charge, it also has a delay itself. So right now I'm still charging. Oh crap. Okay, where's our enemy here? Okay, let's go with this. Oh crap. Yeah, well, pretty much useless. Maybe I could go for one more fight to test this laser weapon as well. Well, actually, if you think about it, this is a laser shotgun. Yeah, think about it. Yeah, this is actually a laser shotgun, but oh, okay, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, I probably have to test another weaponry with this one. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. That's a great match. So we're just gonna test this one with another laser thing. It's not really that impressive unless you're charging it, but that's the thing. We got the Solco, so well, on paper it says that it actually fires a lot more. Okay, well, I guess that's good enough. Okay, there we go. Da 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 da. So going back again on our fictional writing thing tips. So let's go read this out. I'm just gonna go watch this one.
Battles in fiction are just glorified fireworks displays anyway, not a life and death struggle of strength and wits. Even worse, having the rebels execute a solid battle strategy might steal the spotlight away from the precious main characters. Besides, I can always avoid that by stubbornly refusing to address just how the rebels are organized. Do the rebels use a cell structure to prevent the whole of their organization from being compromised? Do they instead use a strict chain of command more akin to an organized army? Where do they get their supplies from? Do rival powers to the evil empire funnel the rebels' weapons and equipment in secret?
Yeah, that's also a thing that was not addressed on script writings on how the rebel gets funded.
Do they have a uniform, or do they instead blend in with the civilian population? Is there a rallying symbol that the rebels use to represent themselves? If the rebels constantly die in droves to the Imperial Death Troopers, then how do they replenish their numbers? These very basic questions do nothing but sap creative energy away from more important things, like what last words will the rebel leader give the main character right before the Imperial Death Troopers kill him? See, if I did something like, say, make it to where the rebels get their weapons through a mysterious black market, then I might have to actually flesh out the market, the criminals that run it, and the entire criminal underworld of the setting. This is bad because this might lead to an entire story arc in the criminal underbelly of the evil empire that showcases the corruption and greed that drives the rebellion in the first place. The poor main characters might even be brought out of their comfort zone and forced to bargain with organized crime syndicates just to keep the rebellion supplied, while having to risk said criminals turning on them. Maybe even resolve a personal plot line of one of the roguish supporting characters' checkered past while we are at it. What a disaster that arc would be. Narrative tension and personal stakes, layered world building, can't have any of that. Back to a cookie-cutter MacGuffin race and or evil empire superweapon plot. Besides, that story arc has one fatal flaw. There is no need for the rebels to remain supplied in the first place, because it's the main characters that will do all of the work anyway. Remember, overconfidence is never a weakness, but faith in your friends totally is. Yeah, that sounds like something the good guy would say. And it is all about being the good guys. Americans are particularly fond of the rebels versus evil empire story, as it has become mythologized in our culture. That gives any writer a free pass to write about rebellions and revolutions uncritically, even to the point to trying to frame every contentious subject in real life as a rebels versus evil empire narrative, no matter how glaringly stupid it is. Even writers who want a simple story about good guy underdog rebels versus evil empire baddies are completely free to turn the rebels into murdering edgy torture fetishists, and should never use their critical thinking skills to examine why the evil empire somehow has more fans. I mean, why would people root for the evil empire even though they've never been shown to do anything all that bad, have snazzy uniforms, cool weapons, and are all portrayed by classically trained actors with tremendous screen presence? Clearly, people are going to root for the rebels with their focus group design lack of personality and absolutely no compelling hook, quirk, or design. Now, what happens when the rebels finally win? You see, that's the funny thing. They don't! At least not if the story becomes a franchise. See, it turns out that building or rebuilding a government after a collapse is like really hard, especially when it comes to democracies. So while world building the complex social, economic, and political changes a successful rebellion turned revolution would entail is extremely difficult, resetting the franchise back to status quo is not. No matter how many victories, no matter how many times the evil emperor is killed, no matter how many imperial armies crushed, superweapons destroyed, or generals assassinated, the franchise will always be reset back to its money-making default. The rebels will always fight the evil empire forever. Hey, it's not a revolution until it revolves back around to where it started.
Yeah, I think that's
Nice,
a critical point.
Niger, Nigeria. I've never seen this word before. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Okay. N-I-G...
Oh, by the spear of destiny, this is taking too long. We'll never find the forbidden naughty word by going through the dictionary one at a freaking time.
Well, how else are we gonna stop the sponsorship war?
Okay. Well, continue on that script writing thing later. We got a match ongoing. What's really kind of interesting if you think about it, and how rebels are, romanticized on, in fiction or in the sci-fi, even in sci-fi writing. They haven't, fleshed out the details on how. Oh, right, we got a communication error. Okay. Okay, I guess we're back to the lobby. Da 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 da. Yeah, I'm gonna go back with this one in on the script writing thing.
If we can say the forbidden naughty word, then no one will advertise on this channel.
Look, you say that word, one of two things will happen. Either YouTube will annihilate the entire TWA expanded universe to save its own skin from controversy, or an angry internet mob will try to cancel us.
Exactly! We want to cancel the sponsorship wars.
Back in my day, cancel meant that something was actually canceled. Now it just means that everyone argues semantics on the internet while inadvertently driving traffic to the very thing they are ostensibly trying to make vanish. The whole thing is a giant waste of time. Canceling only works if the person being canceled has a sense of shame. And good luck getting JP. I've already monetized my apology video Bobian to fill anything close to the concept of shame. Even if we say the taboo word, and even if some sponsors flee the channel, there will always be someone without scruples who will purchase ads here. This plan either dooms us all or backfires at best. That is a good point, Sadu Guy. What do you suggest? You have a freaking sword. Go find who the source of the sponsor is and
give them a stern warning. That's brilliant, Sir New Guy.
Stern warning.
None can with more accurate representations of
something was actually canceled. Now it just means that everyone argues semantic. Vanish. Most of the concept one without screw best. So the sponsor is and
give them a stern warning. That's brilliant, Sir New Guy. None can withstand the withering assault of a good stern warning.
Commander, I think the new guy is saying that violence may be necessary for the protection of the TWA expanded universe. We must be ready to fight.
We must gather our forces then. But where will we march?
I just happened to stumble upon some key intelligence thanks to this video's sponsor, Campfire Blaze. Campfire Blaze is a browser
Okay, we'll probably have to continue that later. We got the match coming up. But this is kind of interesting facts that if you're gonna go on on how factions are made script writer wise. How they are funded, how they operate. They usually story-wise, even in Hollywood, they just only say that rebels are good, blah blah blah, something like that. They never flesh out these details. Okay, that was cute, but didn't. Yeah, but it didn't show any. Okay, there we go, we got him. Yeah, probably I have to stick with the grenade launcher thing. Hey, I am the only one who fires the flamethrower. Okay, fine.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna have to stick on with the grenade launcher. Kinda. I don't know. Laser weapons are not really my kind of thing. I did try to experiment, of course. They do have an ICS and normal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, probably have to go with the grenade launcher. Okay, there we go. Okay, but we still did one. Imagine, or maybe. Oh, okay, they did one. Last minute. Oh, okay, we did one. Wow, that was a back and forth thing. Okay, I'm just gonna change my I'm gonna go back with the old grenade launcher. Okay, where was that previous weapon? Oh, okay. Earshot. Yeah, 2098. And let's go. Go back to our usual grenade launching thing. And yeah, let's also go to the lectures here.
Based writing organizational tool to help us help of the complexity of my plots. It has a host of notable conspirators. Try the free version or build -21. TWA fans can also use the coupon code TWA21 at checkout to receive 20% off all lifetime purchases of Blaze modules. Link is in the description below. Wow, your intelligence report sounds an awful lot like a sponsored segment. Well, you see, I need to go through all that so the check clears.
What?
I mean, look, all the TWA expanded universe factions are gathering to store Megacorp's vaults to seize the source of the sponsors. We just have to get there first.
I see. Then we must gather our most elite forces. We must mobilize the App Block Force.
Right. Okay, writing advice. So I guess this is going to be continued. Okay, what's this? Orban. Let's go for this one. Writing cults. It's kind of like a writing advice. Yeah, chapter 76, writing cults.
Welcome, Initiate. Welcome. Have you heard the good news? Terrible Writing Advice is doing a video on writing cults. There are many hurtful stereotypes, and I'm going to cover them all. Prepare yourself, Initiate. Now let me just perform this dark sacrifice and we can get started.
Right.
Cults are a common villain in many works, as well as a favorite antagonist of dungeon masters and other connoisseurs of tabletop role-playing games.
Yeah,
now, a writer
common.
shouldn't be afraid of writing a cult. I assure you that my writing advice will all be very reasonable and positive. Why, this video is all about improving yourself, giving you a higher purpose, and finding a place where you truly belong. I bid you welcome to our ranks, Acolyte, now that you have completed your initiation. Now, as an acolyte to writing cults, there are new responsibilities a writer needs to take up, for the good of everyone, of course. Don't worry, these are very simple. See, a writer adding a cult to their work has to design the cult. Now, I'm not going to bore everyone over definitions or play word games about what is or isn't a cult. Feel free to argue about that in the comments. Instead, I'm going to cover a few of the more common types of cults found in fiction. Cults can take a wide variety of forms, from a hooded religious secret order to a multi-level marketing scheme. Many are offshoots of a mainstream religion, just with a very odd interpretation of said religion, and vary wildly in size, from small groups to immense world-spanning organizations. In terms of adapting this to fiction, the possibilities are vast and full of creative potential. Potential that we are going to throw away and stick to the classic chanting hooded dudes with
Okay, we'll just go and continue on that writing advice. Oh my goodness, it's almost time, so this is gonna be my last match. Okay, let's make the best out of it. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes or an hour. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we didn't manage to have this IHP, but that's about it. I got kicked on that earlier. So, yeah. Okay, let's start because it's gonna be another. So our enemies are the green team with this one. Yeah, I got him hit. And I'm roasting him alive. Okay, he already hit the TI. Yeah, that should have finished him. Oh, who's next? Okay, that was fast. Da 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 da. Oh, right, got hit on that. Okay, so that was a landslide victory for their side, for their team with this. Well, in second thought, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for second and last gameplay. So this is my second to last. So one more gameplay and then we're gonna call it a day, and I need to take rest from, or take a break at least from all that live streaming sessions. Okay, there we go. Yep, that definitely resulted in his oh my goodness. Even though I kind of survived, I thought I think that's the end of me when I was chopped in the back. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. Da 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 da. Okay, well that was inevitable. We're gonna lost anyway. Okay, so we're going on for our last match for this session. Yeah, and I kind of needed to take rest, of course.
Gnarly daggers and dark temples. This stock appearance is mandated, Acolyte. You understand, right? It's not unreasonable to have the cult mandate a uniform, even if that uniform is the most stock kind. This hood makes them look equal parts mysterious and sinister, even if it does restrict their peripheral vision and makes them look like every other cult in fiction ever, and the number of real cults that use hooded robes is actually kind of low. If we do get to see their faces, then they have mysterious runic tattoos and are probably some combination of sickly pale, oozing with dark magic, and or mutated with tentacles, which must make their recruitment drives a bit awkward. Women cultists are contractually obligated to show off their cleavage. Remember that these cultists wear their hoods and robes all the time, not just during their ornate ceremonies. Can't they at least hire some PR specialists to redesign their uniforms? Are like the hoods bought in bulk or something? Don't ask questions like that, Acolyte. Free your mind from such
that was the point
petty
when it comes to
distractions.
script writing.
Why don't we instead focus those thoughts on expanding the cult? We are always looking for new members. Now we have our token, scantily clad woman cultist, of which we will have exactly one. The rest is just hooded dudes for as far as the eyes can see. And our sole woman cultist will never be killed by the heroes unless she was an eldritch abomination all along. If she gets killed at all, it's the Disney cliff for her. Say hi to Gaston for me. Children are nowhere to be found in the cult, except on the sacrificial altar. See, it has to be hooded dudes, because we can't have our heroes slaughter women and children cultists, hooded dudes multitudes are fair game, though. The heroes and/or player characters are free to slaughter them all without a second thought. They are just generic bad guys and not like human beings. Remember that people are either victims or villains, never both. See, I'm nothing like those evil cultists who only see the world in black and white. Much like how no time should be spent on considering the humanity of the cultist, a writer should also completely skip out on showing how the cult controls its members, like how cults isolate their members by demonizing family members outside the cult, moving them to a remote compound, employing massive amounts of gaslighting, separating parents from their children and then turning them against each other, humiliating cultists seemingly at random, employing thugs to keep the other cultists in line, convincing the cultists to turn over all of their finances to the cult, instilling an us versus them mentality, telling the cultists that the rest of the world is out to get them, conditioning members to have irrational fears about leaving the cult, the ever-looming threat of becoming an person to everyone in the cult and thus lose all of the relationships built up there, and even repeated use of slogans and phrases to discourage free thought. Wait, this sounds like another video I did. The love triangle! Almost forgot the love triangle. What was I thinking about? Now, don't worry, Acolyte. You won't need to be distracted by sinful thoughts when instead, all you will need is the righteous fervor to win over new initiates. How does our cult spread and bring in new members? I have no idea. The cult just kind of comes out of nowhere and lands in the setting without any kind of foreshadowing or preamble other than a hearsay story from the barkeep NPC or a notice board missive. It's not like the player characters or heroes could encounter the cult's recruiters in town and come into immediate conflict with them, or have another character request.
Okay, right. Yeah, we're just gonna go. Anyway, this is our last fight, so I probably have to review that video on how to writing tips and advice on how to make factions believable, and in this case, how to write a cult, either bad or a good cult or something like that. Okay, let's go. Alright, there we go. Yep, got him. Well, we did.
AP at 30%.
Yep, kinda hit it. Wow, we're equally tied when it comes to the scoreboard right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, they were kind of got to hit it. Alright, there we go. So someone is maybe chasing.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Okay. Well, we got some guys. Yeah, I got hit on that. So yeah, we did get yeah, a fine line of scoreboard with that. I don't think Yeah, we got hit.
30%.
Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. Nice fight, guys. Nice fight. So, I guess we're just gonna conclude our live stream session for this day. So, thank you everyone for dropping by. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon on our next live stream session. So, bye-bye for now, guys. Bye-bye. We'll see you soon.